Hello everyone, welcome to Maths Logic. So currently we are solving the previous question of CSIR-UGC net in which we have already solved 7 topics. So now currently we are in the 8th topic, which is eigen expectation value of eigenenergy or expectation value of energy. So it has only one questions. Now let's move to the question and solve. So the question is, this question were asked in June 2016. The question is the state of a particle of mass m in one-dimensional rigid box. So the system is one-dimensional rigid box, which is infinite dimensional potential. One-dimensional infinite potential. So we can say that this is going to be rigid. This part is going to be rigid. This is 0. This is L, and the potential is going to be. This is going to be infinity. Okay. So particle is in this area. One-dimensional infinite box or rigid box. Okay. Now, what we have given here is given by the normalized wave function. So we have normalized wave function. So we doesn't need to normalize it to find the solution. If its energy is measured, the possible outcomes and the average value of energy are respectively. So, what the question is asking here is, if the energy is measured, if we are trying to measure the energy of the particle, what are the possible outcomes of the energy of the particle? It means what are the energy eigenstates of the particle, okay, and the average value of energy. So the average value of energy of the particle, what it will be. So let's solve the question. So we know that we know that for eigenstate, eigenenergy En, n square pi square h cat square by twice ml square, which is this is the eigenenergy of particle in infinite dimensional box, one dimensional infinite. For eigenenergy n, wave function psi n is root 2 by L sine n pi x upon L. Okay, this is the wave function. So here what we have given is the linear combination of wave functions, and this is normalized. So linear combination means here psi x is given as C1 psi 1, C1 psi, this is not 1, I think this is here n pi x upon L. So C1, C2 psi 2 plus this is n is equal to 4, so C4 psi 4. Okay, C2 psi 2 plus C4 psi 4. So n is equal to 2 and n is equal to 4. So when we take the expectation value of the particle, we will get the two particle can be particle can have two eigen energies, which is for n is equal to 2. So the En will be 4 pi square h cat square by twice ml square. Okay, and for n is equal to 4, En will be E2 and E4 will be 16 pi square h cat square by twice ml square. Okay, so look, let's reduce the option. We have h cat square by twice ml square, 2 h cat square by twice ml square, h cat square by 8 ml square. So here we can see that there is pi is not present in the option. So it means the answer is written in the units of pi with some constant multiplication. So let's see, this is h cat square by twice ml square, and we have h cat square by twice ml square. 4 pi square is common here, and if we take 4 pi square common here, then it will be 4 pi square, then 4 pi square h cut square by twice ml square, then it will be 4 pi square into 2 pi square h cut square by ml square. So we have two options. Let's see, this will be 4 pi square h cut square by twice ml square and 2 h cut square by ml square. This is 4 pi square 2 h cut square by ml square. So this would be the h cut square by twice ml square, h cut square by twice ml square, and 2 h cut square by ml square. So here is the option 2 ice ml square and ml square. So this can be the, so we have the two options from the energy. Now let's find the average energy. So we will write average energy will be C1 mod square by C1 Ci mod Cn mod square by Ci mod square summation over I into what is this Cn, sorry, En, summation over n. Okay, so this will gives us, this is not En, this is E, average energy E. So this will gives us 9 by 25 into, for n is equal to 2, it is h cut square by twice ml square plus 16 by 25, because the coefficients we can see here, the coefficients are 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. So C1 mod square will be C2 mod square will be 9 by 25 and C4 mod square will be 16 by 25. Okay. So here we will see 16 by 25 into twice h cut square by ml square. Okay. So here we will get, let's 9 plus 9 by 2 plus 16, 16 into 2, 16 into 2 will be 32 by h cut square by 25 ml square. We will take out, this will be 32, 64, 64 plus 9 by 2 into 25 h cut square by ml square. This will be 73 by 50 h cut square by ml square. So we have two options. This is 19 by 73 by 15. So this is the solution, 73 by 50. Okay. This is very simple. Just we have to remember the eigen energy and eigen states, corresponding eigen states of the particle in rigid box. So similarly, we will go to the partially rigid, means half rigid and half potential, finite potential box. We have to remember all these formulas for to solve the questions quickly. Okay. So thank you. Let's meet in the next topic.